Hello everybody, this is Angel Biter. Welcome back to another Infinifactory video. I'm still waiting for this block. I want this block that can push and pull other blocks. That I can find some use for. But anyway, I think we've got one more, we've got one more puzzle to do in the Heist. So let's take a look at it real quick. The Big Blowout. Is it going to be another one of those teleport? Yep, we got one more teleporter one to do. And we're on the starting end here. What we got here? I don't have a clue what this is going to be. Let's go find out. Alright. I think I know which button is my take a screenshot. I think it's that one. That's cool. I might use that like a background on my phone or something. Anyway. Where are we at? What is this? Okay, interesting. So... Alright, looks like that orange piece is in the middle of a ring of the black pieces on both the top and the bottom with 4 white corner pieces. I don't have a clue how to weld that together. I don't have a clue at all. Huh. And I have to feed those pieces through here one at a time. Oh, I'm guessing this is a bomb. Look at that, there's whale meat. I guess this is some kind of food dispenser right here. I don't feel sorry for you, asshole. Okay, so all of the pieces are on the other end of the teleporter. I've got to bring them in and assemble them. So that's 2 sets of challenges. First, I'm going to have to get them in here in an order, a specific order that I can use to assemble them. Because I don't want them coming in all willy-nilly. Like a couple of black ones, and then a white one, and a couple of black ones, and then an orange one. Ideally, I'd have that sorted out in some sort of system. But I need to actually come up with a system to put this thing together, and I don't have a clue. I suppose doing what I've been doing with the kind of sorting system, with line all the blocks up and then push them all off with pushers and send them all to different directions, that might be feasible. Excuse me. At least for the upper and lower pieces, that would be feasible. For the, well, let's see, that's 3, 6, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 22 pieces. That's one long sorter that I'd have to create in here. I suppose it wouldn't be impossible. Alright, well, let's go back over to here. Let's take a... Nope, this way. Alright, well that looks... I wonder... Well, I suppose what I could... Actually, I think getting them into the teleporter might be easier than I originally thought. If I used I guess, sensors and pushers, when this one hits 2 deep, push it over into the main line. When this one hits 4 deep, push it over into the main line. And whenever this one hits, what, 16? block it so that these can get there? I don't know. Maybe? Let's run this at normal speed, see how fast that's coming out. That's pretty quick. Okay, I'm going... Alright, I'm going to play with this for a little bit. I'm thinking I might raise this level up. That way, once I hit 16, I can push them off onto another line, and it won't interfere, and the rest, what's continuing to come out of the output here, won't interfere with them and get in the way. That way I don't have to worry about using a blocker. Although a blocker would probably be... I don't know. I'm going to play with it for a little bit and I will get back to you. Alright guys, I've got this sorted out. The first half of the puzzle, getting the blocks to where I need to get them assembled to. And this is very ugly and quite a monstrosity, but it works. The main blocks, the 16 of them, are coming out right here. And there's 16 spaces and pushers here. Once it reaches the end, it's going to fire off all 16 of those pushers. And that same sensor is also going to push 4 of these blocks over onto the main conveyor, which is where these get pushed to also. Here's the main conveyor here going into the teleporter. And also, on the other side, the 2 orange blocks are coming up and waiting right there. It's kind of hard to see. We really need more light right here. But I guess I kind of built it in a shadow, didn't I? Anyway, doesn't matter. As you can see, the 16 blocks got pushed off onto the main conveyor line right here going into the teleporter. The 2 orange ones got pushed off of the platform they were sitting on. And the 4... corner pieces that were stacked vertically got pushed off and are on the main line. So that takes care of all, what, 22 pieces, I think? All at once. The only thing I'll make note of was these 2 pieces, I originally had them stacked right here and right here on the second and third from the end instead of the first and second. Well, one of the orange pieces was getting below one of the black pieces, and it was like 15 black, then an orange, a black, and orange. And so I had scooted over one to make sure that didn't happen again. But there we go. That's the first half of the puzzle done. And like I said, quite the monstrosity, but now we're going to have to figure out how we're going to put it all back together. And if I want to do it like the last 2 puzzles I did, just do basically the same thing. Line it all up on one edge of the room here, and then have, once all 22 pieces make it up there, push them all in different directions to do what they need to do. So, I'm not entirely sure the best way to go about doing this, but unless I could come up with a better idea, that's what I'm going to go with, is the kind of assembly line sorter thingy. So, and raising it up off the ground, I've noticed, is one of the best ways to give yourself more room, so that you can make it fall into a weld space. Also, I have no idea. It's gonna have to come up anyways. It's a block low to get to the finished anyway. So We'll give that a go. We'll see. I want to see how far up it's going. Whoops. Well. That not quite what I was. I'll sort it out. But unless I come up with a better idea, I'll come at you if I do. But I'm gonna stick with what I've done the last couple puzzles and just line it all out. So I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright guys, I've made a little bit of progress here. I wanted to go ahead and share what I've done. This hasn't changed. The blocks are being lifted, brought along to this massive long sorter over here. And once it reaches the end, all those pushers fire off. And 14 of the 16 black pieces are getting formed into the circles that they need to be. Right there. Boom. We're going to take the remaining 2 black pieces with the 2 orange pieces, and we're going to weld them together and then bring them in right here to be welded. And we'll have to have a top, well, I don't know. I haven't quite got that far yet, but this is just going through ideas in my head. This seemed like a simple idea. Do most of the 3x3, but since we've got that one little odd ball in the center, I'll weld these 2 together, drop it into place, then weld it, and we'll pull it out. Actually, I don't know, we'll probably pull it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, to be honest. Maybe I'll pull these out like so, because those 2 pieces there on the end are the last ones to come to make it into place. So if I was to do that, 1, 2, 3, and let it sit right there, I could put a welder like so, and bring these 2 pieces that are welded together and just drop it right on top, and once it welds into place, it will pull itself out like so. That might be possible. There might be a timing issue since I've got these right next to each other. Maybe not. Maybe not. There's 4 spaces in between the 3 wide, so it shouldn't be a problem. And but yeah, maybe I'll try that and see what happens. Then we're going to, let's see here. I want to find out how far down I've got. Okay, then I'll just drop one of these onto this level. Once both are welded into place, drop one, maybe put a blocker on the other one on a conveyor until the 4 white pieces can be put into their corners and welded. Probably just dropped vertically, and then this piece will get dropped on top of that. Once the 4 are in place, I can sense it and release the stopper or blocker, or yeah, blocker. Yeah, all right, that's a good plan, I think. Someone tell me if it's a bad plan. Well, I'll figure out it's a bad plan long before I get any comments on it, obviously, but if you've got a better plan, let me know. I'm actually rather proud of this one. So what I think, yeah, I'm going to try this just on this one little module right here. I'll weld 2 pieces together, drop them into place, and see what happens. They'll have to be lifted a block or 2 to get over. That won't be an issue. So I'm going to play with that real quick, and I'll come back to you once I find out whether it works or not. I might be coming back hat in hand. We'll see. Alright guys, it's only been a few minutes since my last cut. I made a change that I wanted to show you. As you can see, obviously this worked. I will get to that in just 1 minute. But before I do you remember how I said in a previous cut that, or I'm going to show you, that I made a change to this down here because the orange pieces were getting ahead of one of the black pieces. And I said I didn't want that. Well, I changed it back because I decided that I do want that. So I'm actually getting 15 of the 16 black pieces, then the 2 orange ones, and then the final black one. And I'm going to show you exactly why I want that. It was totally by accident when I did that originally, but it works out good because these 4 fans, these 4 lifters, is these 2 blocks here are the 2 orange pieces, and then on either side is the 2 black pieces. So they are going to get pushed up into welders. Whoops, I went too fast. Let me slow that down. Sorry. Come on. There we go. Alright, we'll slow that down a little bit. And you'll be able to see there's the 2 orange ones and then a black one on either side. And then over here is the 14 black ones that make the top and bottom piece that we already got sorted out. So the orange one is going to come up and sit there on that block. I'm going to do the same thing for this other pair. And then the black one, once it hits the conveyor and hits the fan, it comes up. There it got welded. And they're coming out together in one piece. And then come over, dropped onto that, welded into place. And there is probably going to be my top piece. I'll probably make this the bottom one. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, to be honest, whether... It depends on the timing, how I'll do it. Since this one's probably going to get here second, I'll probably just drop that one down right there and make it the bottom piece. But I need to do the other one and drop it into place, and then I need to get the 4 white pieces situated where they're going to end up going eventually. And I'm going to get started on that, and I will come back to you. I just wanted you to see where I was at and why I did what I did. And this puzzle turned out to be a little bit easier than I originally thought. Remember, I sat there and stared at this thing for a couple minutes trying to figure out how I was going to do this. Well, now that I've got a plan, this actually doesn't seem to be too difficult. So, wish me luck. Alright guys, I've made a lot of progress and I wanted to come and show you guys because I've just about done, I think. I got a little bit more to do, but before we get to that, this bit over here hasn't changed as far as the top and bottom pieces getting all welded together. All of that is still the same. It takes a while for everything to get over here. There we go. There's that, and then here's the final black piece and the orange piece. Those are both getting dropped on top with that conveyor there that's going to push it all over out of the way. This one's going to get dropped down right there. And you can see the 4 white pieces I have lifted onto this conveyor line where they get sorted and dropped directly on top of the bottom black piece. Now, I had some trouble trying to figure out how to get this thing to move forward after they had dropped off. Now, one of the problems I always had with the blocker was that it kind of goes on and off willy-nilly whenever something passes in front of the sensor, and it never stays open long enough for the stuff to actually pass through. In this case, that was a good thing, because when the bottom piece, the bottom 9 pieces fall in front of that sensor, it retracts this, but not long enough for it to actually get started on the conveyor. See, it's still stuck there. It didn't move. But when the top 4 pieces get dropped on there, it will trigger long enough for that to stay open and allow it to get out. And I had to put a stop block right there to keep it from getting pushed across. But now that's all one piece, and it comes to a stop right there. The second piece I have lined up with another stopper or blocker right there, and what I want to do is put a sensor. I suppose right here will be fine. Yeah, let's put a sensor right there. Oh, I discovered something. If you hit L3, it flips between the different, like that's the upside down conveyor, right side conveyor, top down sensor. Where's me a welder? Here's a regular welder, top down welder. So L3, really cool, very useful. So what was I doing? Right, stopper and see, is that a normal block right there that that's sitting on? That is. So we will just connect it like so. Boom. Is that gonna work? No, that's not gonna work. There, that should work. And yeah. Well, let's make sure that lines up properly. Then I can throw a welder and a pusher on the other end. Okay. Comes to a stop. Wait, senses. Okay. That'll work. That will work just fine. So now, let's go ahead and put a welder like so. I think it needs to be at the top, doesn't it? And nope, I was right the first time. It needs to come down one. That, or do I still need to go down one more? I think I still might. Let's just throw a bunch of them on there and we'll figure it out. Ah, come on. Get it together, Angel. Alright, now that should cover my bases. That'll get that welded. Alright. There we go. Alright, we don't need the bottom one. Now, I'm thinking, let's see here, 1, 2 with a pusher. That's where the top piece is going to drop on at, and a that's we're going to have to rewire that right there. I want to put a regular block there so I'm not connected to anything, and a sensor right there, and did I line that up right? Okay, good. Whew. That would have been embarrassing. Alright, let's see here. Is that gonna work? Once the top piece drops down on top and welds into place, it'll get sensed and pushed. And boom! Yes! I did it! Oh, this is epic. Oh man, this was so much. I had to use so many different of the techniques that I've been learning through all these puzzles. And I'm learning to love the dadgum blocker. You just gotta learn how to use it properly. Which I didn't really care for the blocker originally. Not a whole lot of waiting around. So, I might be able to make this a little bit more efficient,
The
but
bombs are in position throughout the facility. We should really get the out of here.
Yeah, let's do that, bro. Cycle score of 606. Okay. And I'm pretty much right in the middle of the pack as far as footprint and block score. So, awesome! Alright, what we got here? Oh. That's that. No mission briefing. I'll save that for the next video. But yeah, I thought we were going to get to watch something get blown up. Nia, will you kick his ass already, please? And by the way, whatever happened to the chick that I was listening to the logs for? Oh, well. Alright, I'm going to call that the end of this video. And I'm going to go on to the next, which is the production zone. And thanks for watching. This has been Angel Biter.